All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick video for you guys showing you all the stuff that we found in our last video where I was in the river and I was like swimming around with a mask and snorkel and fan in the bottom with my hand and picking up tons of stuff. I actually got some like silver $50 in there and really a bunch of junk, but I'll show it to you. First, what I want to do is introduce you to some kittens that we have been fostering for about 6 weeks now. We got them when they were tiny. They were orphaned. And we had them for about 6 weeks, and they're going back tomorrow. So for those of you who don't really watch a lot of my videos, my wife is a veterinarian. She works at a no-kill animal shelter called Briggs Animal Adoption Center over in Charlestown, West Virginia. And we do a lot of animal fostering to get like orphan kittens, things like that. It's good to put them with a family. So that the kittens get used to people and get used to dogs and stuff like that, and it's much easier to get them adopted out when they come of age. And these kitties are of age now where my wife Lindsay can bring them in, get them spayed and neutered, and they'll get put up for adoption. Now they all have names. They were named when they first got them. I don't have a clue what they are. They have my names right now, but they'll be leaving tomorrow, and I'm very sad about this. I didn't do a video of them when we got them because I get so attached to them, it's hard for me to do that. But I'm going to show them to you anyway. All right, here's one. That's one of them. We've got two gray kitties. Oh, there's another one. I don't remember what this one's name is. That's not. We have one that I call Soft Bones because he's very. His bones are soft. That's not him. That's Bunny. My mother-in-law thought he looked like a little rabbit. And this is a yellow kitty. They're all good kitties, by the way. That's Soft Bones. He has a special place in my heart because he was the smallest. And when you just feel him, he just feels very fragile. Oh, and that's a wild one right there. He's my bud. He's a really good kid. He's really smart, too. He's figured out how to get outside through the cat door. And so we have to keep the cat door closed. All right, so you met them all. All right, you ready? Let's see if we can find Bobby Wobbs for you real quick. You were just out here. How you doing, Basie? How you doing, basement kitty? What's up, good kitty? Oh, here's Bobby Wobbs. Bobby. She'll come out in a minute. All right, this Miss Nummy. Miss Nummy is a three-legged cat. We adopt the ones usually that probably no one else would adopt. People don't like three-legged cats, so we adopted her many years ago. And that's a wild one that is not very tame. It lived in the house for a while, but we got it too late. Yeah, so we can't pet it. And that's Squirrely. It's really good. I like her. She's a pistol right there. She is. Come here. Come on. Can't really reach down and pick her up very easily because she's a little bit. You can see it in her eyes. But once she comes, if she comes to you, she's like all over you. She's a lover. All right. No Bobby Wobbs. She's under the deck. Let's go look at some relics. So let me go ahead and set up a little light, and we'll go through some of this stuff. Hopefully those silver coins are still in there, not back on the river bottom. You never know with me. All right, you ready? Come on. Have a seat right next to Uncle Chiggles. Now remember that all of this stuff was found in the river where there was like a town dump. Back in the day, I'd say up until like the 1950s or so, almost every town would have a dump just outside of town where people just throw their trash and then bury it or burn it or whatever. So pretty much every town that was around them will have a dump, and very often it'll be near the river. And houses too, like farmhouses, we just throw stuff in the water. So let's just get a quick overview of some of the stuff I found. A lot of silverware, knives, forks. I'm not sure why that handle is like that, unless it was like a bone or handled knife or wood handled. There's lots of forks and knives. I haven't really looked through here to see if any of these are silver. They mostly appear just to be like stainless steel. We'll get these set over here for that. That one's really heavy. Yeah, it's kind of a fancy one. Got a nice design on it. I'll try to get some pictures of some of this stuff anyway before we get to the end, so you can get a nice close-up of them. But yeah, a lot of silverware for some reason. No idea why there's so much in there, but there is. Let's get rid of these for now. Now, as you'll notice when we're going through this is a pile is mostly of like brass and copper and lead. I kind of stuck to those metals because we can recycle those and get a little gas money. out of that. I didn't pick up a lot of the iron and stuff, only a few things. Like this is an iron ball, which, boy, I tell you, it looks like a small cannonball or a piece of grape shot. I don't think it's made out of steel. You got to be really careful when you find stuff like this, not because they're dangerous, but because they could be a ball bearing. There's tens of millions of billions or whatever ball bearings around. You know, factories have been using them for a long time, and they're still using ball bearings this size, and not that many pieces of grape shot or cannonballs. But usually a ball bearing is made out of steel, and I don't think that's steel. So that could be a piece of grape shot or a Revolutionary War era cannonball, because that town was definitely there during the Revolutionary War. All right, so yeah, let's go through some more of this stuff. These are pistons. They come out of a car. They're valves. And this is a kind of a cool little thing right here. I'm not sure what it is, but it's you know, definitely religious in nature. And it's got like a hook or something right there. So I just don't know what that would have been used for. If that would have hung on somebody's wall, been part of, you know, a plate that would have gone on a piece of furniture. But it's like a, I don't think it's brass, but maybe it is brass. I thought it was lead, but that's not lead color. I'll get you a good picture of that. If you know what that is, let me know, because I don't know. I don't know what that could possibly go to. All right, let's just pick some stuff out of here. No idea what that is. It's a big coppery, brassy thing. Look, I thought it was probably like a bell, like a ringer bell, but it could possibly be something else. It almost looks like a pouring spot right there, so it might have been, I don't know, there'd be a hole in it, but not sure what that is. A lot of these rifle cartridges in the river, they're all over the place. They're 270 Winchester. Don't think they're too terribly old, because I also found this. So they probably fell out of somebody's boat when they were going off to hunt or something like that. I don't know why. You know, these plastic cases have not been around that long. Maybe the 80s, I'm not even sure. But they weren't around when I was a kid. They were all just cardboard boxes back in the 70s and 60s. That's a cute little spoon. Look at that. You don't see any silver. All right, this I was hoping was going to be a button. I don't know if that's going to be a button or not. I mean, it's possible. I don't see where a shank was attached on the back, but it's kind of thick for a button. Oh, here's one of the coins. I haven't cleaned any of these things up yet. And looks like 1940 something. I'll get you a picture of that. See where it's been stuck up against something. I know that this is a silver $50, and they're probably not worth much as a coin. But they certainly have value as silver. That's a token of some sort. And I got a lot of wheat pennies, and I got some silver dimes in here too. Everything's like the 40s and early 50s, so that kind of dates the dump. I think that's yeah, it's 49 or something. Oh, here's a dog tax. This is for like a county tax for a dog. Dates right there. I can't really read it though. Let's see, some more wheat pennies. A lot of these little buckles in there. I'm not exactly sure what they came off of, but some marbles, of course. It's another token of some sort. Alright, a lot of cartridges. Big chunks of melted lead. That's like a tube, a toothpaste tube or medicine tube that's folded up. Lead. I thought that was a watch, but I don't guess it is. Not sure. It's heavy. That's like brassy. More cartridges. Boy, that's kind of weird, isn't it? I can't figure out what that is. It's a coppery substance, but it's got that weird little ding-dong on the bottom of it, which looks like that's someone did that themselves, not from the factory. Some old locks. More marbles. That's a hickory nut. Not sure how they got in here. There's a dime. This is going to be a silver dime, Roosevelt dime, 1952, I believe. I think I had 3 or 4 of those in here. Another penny. I'm not sure. I think this might be to a musical instrument of some sort. I actually have more of these in here. Here's part of a harmonica. That's a harmonica reed. We have that modern sinker. And that was, you know, somebody fishing down there. That could have been lost 10 years ago. A lot of weird little things in here. Not sure what else is this of interest. More of these. That's melted, I do believe. And the neat thing about where I was is that, you know, not only was it a dump in the 1950s, but, you know, that area was heavily used by people back through the 1700s and, of course, Civil War era. So to find a Civil War mini ball or belt buckle or cannonball there would not be that surprising. In fact, we did find one musket ball, 69 caliber musket ball, that is probably Civil War, but it could predate that. But because of the size being 69 caliber, you can pretty much assume that it's military. These little gears are out of clocks and watches and, you know, pocket watches, stuff like that. A lot of keys in there, automobile keys. I don't know if they're collectible or not, but stuff that I don't know what it is. This is like a modern bullet. When I say modern, I say like 1900s. One way you can tell very easily with these is if you look at these grooves that are in it, there's little vertical slashes in those grooves that go all the way around, and that's a design. Those are called candelures, and that was invented after the American Civil War. So if you ever find a bullet with those little vertical lines in a groove, you know it's post-Civil War, post-1860s. That looked almost like a lead bullet, but I'm not sure. I mean, that's probably modern. Here's one of the kitties. That's why I wanted to introduce them to you before we started this. A lot of fire, there's another bullet just like it. And wheat pennies. More wheat pennies. Boy, that one's messed up. I wonder what happened with that. Is that silver? Well, that's one of those bromo seltzer things. I found some of these the first time I was down there. What else do we have here? Oh, you're the rascal. You're the smartest one of the lot right there. Okay. I figured this was going to happen, though. All right, I know. Oh, this is kind of cool. What's this? That is, I don't know. I've never actually remember seeing that before. Foremost. 778 foremost. Little lightning bolt. It was attached to something. Not sure. We'll get a picture of that for you. That looks like silver. That looks like a badge. Like a military, like an award thing. There would have been something like a ribbon going across there. Pretty sure that's silver. It feels very heavy. What else we got in here? A lot of melted lead. Of course, I told you that they burn those areas, the dumps like that. So that could be just burned from, melted from when they burn the dump. And that's a cartridge that, I'm not sure what it is. That's gunpowder inside of it still. This is kind of weird. That's actually a blank. You can tell by that little crimp thing right there. 49, I believe. 1949. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I don't remember that. This is some type of little, something that was probably worn on a necklace. The Lord's Prayer. I get a picture of that. A lot of coins, but they're in really bad shape for some reason. Anything else of interest? Not sure what that is. I found similar things. In fact, I found one of these, something very similar to this, many years ago. I think it was pewter, though, and actually had a glass ball in it. I don't know what that is. I think it's related to... Oh, this is... A lot of people really like this. This is one of the last things I found. It's some type of little brooch. A woman's brooch with a green stone in it. Can't imagine it's very old or, you know, very rare or valuable, but still it's kind of neat. I'll get a picture of that for you. This was a knife, like a big old dagger or a bayonet or something. You can see the rivets right here. Those are copper rivets. And that's iron. This would have been a wooden handle, probably a wood handle. And that would have been big old knife. Broken off. Boy, what's that? That's a... I guess that's a lock, maybe? Another padlock. That's dissolving. It's probably made out of zinc or some type of white metal. Top is iron. And the iron has dissolved and gathered up all of the rocks and stuff, rocks and sand. So underneath here will be that big loop that comes up out of a lock, but it's dissolving away, and as it does that, the sand and stuff sticks to it. It's like a glue. That's kind of interesting. All right, kitty. I think that's another piece of a musical instrument of some sort. I have to move there, buddy. Come on. I know. I thought this is kind of weird. I thought this was an electrical outlet, and it probably is, but you know, cover for like electrical thing. You see it's got a countersunk holes in it, and we would screw into like, you think like a wall socket, but made out of copper, which I think is really odd because of course now they're plastic, and copper is a really good conductor of electricity. So if there was a short inside and you hit that, you might get yourself electrocuted if it wasn't properly grounded. So we're getting toward the end, so hang in there. I don't know what else we're going to find if the kitty lets us find it. Oh, well, that's a handle to probably a razor, you know, to shave with. That's some type of little brooch thing. It had something across. It could have been a picture. This is like a little chain that would go around a pet's neck, a choke chain for a little dog or something. More coins, lots of coins in here. That's probably a token for the transit in Washington, D.C. I find a lot of those in there for some reason. Ooh, I thought that was a coin. Alright, let's see, electrical in nature. Not sure about that. What do you think, kitty? That's another little musket ball. Yeah, so I got the big 69 caliber and a smaller. This could be a pistol ball. It could be a regular rifle bullet too. You know, a musket bullet. Molten lead, fishing sinkers, marbles. Not sure about that. There's another dog tax. Get a picture of that for you. Anything else in there, kitty? That's a piece of a bell. You can see that's the bottom part of it there. This could be from the 1950s or it could be from the 1800s very easily. It's hard to say. That looks like the inside of a battery, but I could be wrong on that. Another lock, combination lock, some type of weird stainless steel rivet head, and pocket watch, really bad shape. It's a doorknob, and that's about it. Oh, this is a that's from a someone's garden hose. I actually have some just like this that I use still. This piece of an electrical outlet of some sort, something to do with electricity. So before I put the camera away, I just want to give you a quick overview of the stuff. I kind of set everything out in kind of semi-order so that I can take a picture of it. And I'll take close-ups of a lot of the single items too for you guys, especially the coins so you can see the dates. Unfortunately, the cats keep jumping up here and taking stuff away, but this is some of the better stuff. There are a few things in here that I saw that I didn't show you when I was going through the giant pile. Well, we won't worry about that. But yeah, just a quick overview. That's all the stuff. This is all one day just playing around. I'm not sure how much copper and brass I had and how much lead, but that probably paid for my gas. And I found a few neat things too. So, alrighty. Kitty's got something. What do you have down there? Got one of my treasures. What do you have? You have a piece of wire. Let's put it back. All right. You get off of there, you. They're just terrible, aren't they? They're bad kitties. Although there's a lot of junk in here, there's a couple good finds, and you know what? The most important thing is I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm going to definitely go back to that spot again and snorkel around some more and see if we can find some more, silver half dollars.
I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big